Why hello there, greetings and welcome back to a small let's play of a game called Captain Cyban. Phoenix Wright is attorney, and Emily, the Pokemon princess.
Ruudo here.
It's another reconvening.
You didn't ask me to start because we were still in the intro.
What? Oh, sorry. Okay. Just because I heard you read the line before.
Yeah, anyway. Let's see. Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Hey off, at last, Marshal. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Drinking rather heavily from... again.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a wandering man, same as you. Wandering the trails of civilization.
Are you implying that I am not civilized?
Hold on. Looks like this was like they put the wrong character name there.
Yeah, that definitely looks mislabeled.
Yeah.
Go on.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersection when needed.
Oh, I know! You're a patrolman!
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the wind howl. You can hear the howling wind call it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Did you even need to ask that? Howling wind? I've never heard Edward described that way before.
Very interesting description. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
Desperado's soul is boundless. Boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
I'll bit my lip.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Gosh darn it. Oh.
Please share with us your testimony on the day of the crime.
Emmy?
Yeah?
What happened?
Just got another injury to my lip again.
You did what?
I'm eating right now, and I managed to bite my lip.
Good job.
English!
Now I'm curious about how he's like in the Japanese version.
Indeed.
My job was to keep a wary eye on the Born Orchard. They say I was supposed to take... well, let's see. They say I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
What is a bone orchard? That's my question.
I think he's referring to the evidence room.
Okay, that makes sense.
Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo this time, I hit the trail.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complaining.
That's rude. He should be held in contempt of court for that.
Wait a minute. What did you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you know about these.
You're hardly someone to talk about technology. Technological.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He doesn't know about those, really.
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines or with following orders, so I don't really know if he's good with anything, to be perfectly honest.
Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Ugh. That was bad.
Also, can you move the mouse cursor out of the way? It's kind of distracting me.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Alright.
How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
Sounds dramatic.
You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When time would come, I'd erase the tape.
Uh-huh. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. That sounds like a really short time frame, but okay.
I'd at least give it like a month or so.
Agreed.
Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good.
I don't think that's how you spell flair in this context.
What, like you mean F-L-A-I-R? So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room?
In actuality, he's bringing a flare gun everywhere he goes. That's why he's so dramatic. Oh.
Let's see. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you, that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his life.
And suddenly we know why you were demoted.
No desperados I know would join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime?
Besides, I'm pretty sure actual cowboys didn't just go out and become outlaws unless they were criminals.
To begin with?
Yes.
Or, just have really bad morals.
Exactly.
Let's see. Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
Who's a rubber glove stuck with the victim's locker? Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt for years. Sorry. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
Which we know is, false.
How does this guy avoid being fired?
Exactly. Thanks for asking a question. We know that's false.
You used to be a detective? So, you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how the bike works. Emmy? Well,
Partner, you are not that old. Bikes were invented in your childhood. What are you on about?
When were bicycles invented? 1817. Okay.
Bikes have been around for at least 100 years at this point. What the heck are you on about?
Well, based on, the setting, it'd be almost 2 centuries.
I mean, this is still 21st century. Remember,
Yep,
early 21st.
yep. And the bike was invented in early 19th century.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's really silly. I mean, no one really knows the technical aspects of such things, but it's very simple. It's not. It doesn't involve complex science.
It's just two cogs in a chain.
It's simple physics that anyone should be able to understand if they care. This guy's just like in his own world.
Yep.
Maybe he thinks he has just been taken through a whirlpool of time from several hundred years ago, because he's so out of touch with everything.
But
At least
funny.
so he claims.
That's quite incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Why would they not be told?
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us about what you were doing when the crime took place?
Oh.
He was at a bar? What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel Steak. Let's see. Not even Angel Steak's lunches can be that Paula's Bongoli sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us? You abandoned your duties to eat some noodles?
And incoming demotion coming again.
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
At this rate, he's just gonna be a meter maid.
That's not what I meant. Enough this has at least taught you a lesson.
Seriously, can we have some disciplinary action?
That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?"
I'm thinking very, very, very harsh things right now, but I will not voice them.
Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw.
No one has said as much yet.
Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Yep.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
I mean, there's you, but that's not how the law works.
I was in the military, buddy.
I know.
Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card off my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante.
Oh.
Let's see.
Let's see, that's the entire thing. Third, the last system made clear on them that in my style, besides dreams, but about 2 seconds anyway. I suggest the link style as well. I'm just in terms of you know, it's time to hit the trail. Okay.
Oh, it's
Which line is it? We have evidence. We have evidence saying that he
was there.
Yeah, this is supposed to make around 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
Go ahead. No, keep going.
I mean, that doesn't seem strictly. Besides, we're for about 2 securities anyway. We can't contest that. If you remember, that's okay. Probably.
Okay, that's he's saying where he was. There you go.
Yeah, and
where's his
where was the
wait, Marshall's Prince.
Marshall's Prince? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Question is why?
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
I think he might be the one who was masquerading as Goodman. Because he doesn't have the credentials to go in, maybe.
Huh. I would think that he would have his own to go in.
He's just a patrolman, so...
I mean, like, he's the guard for the Evans room. He has to make his rounds inside there.
Oh yeah, right. Completely forgot that. Never mind, I'm a doofus.
Let's see. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Somehow.
What this? What's the meaning of this?
In that case, I have no idea why he wouldn't be masquerading as him yet.
Wait, hold on.
Your bloodstained fingerprints were the crime scene?
What's hold on?
Hold on, can you move forward? I kind of want to see his model again.
His model? Okay.
Model, yeah. Let's see. The blood was wiped away, however... A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? Nope. Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
How so? What are you talking about? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall?
About the blood-stained fingerprints? Oh wait, no, that's you.
Wait, oh, about the blood...
That was Edgeworth.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. About the blood-stained fingerprints? That's... or it's another mislabeling, but well.
I don't know. Let's see.
Very well, you may get your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime.
I thought I saw his lips move, that's why.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room.
Bloodstain though?
One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the lock where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated.
However, doesn't the way we found them suggest that it was recent, therefore putting that your claim that you haven't been there in weeks into aspersions? The outprint had been wiped. That's just something. That's just someone was there, at the very least.
Oh, continuing? Or did you think the murderer was wearing gloves?
Or didn't you know?
Or didn't you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it. Sir, why would you know that?
The witness's explanation appears valid.
We did just mention a rubber glove that was found there, so it's not too...
No, not necessarily. We mentioned that there was a rubber glove. We just didn't mention that it was used for... let's see. We didn't mention that it was used for blocking the sensor of the locker.
No, so he doesn't know that. That's why he might have assumed that the murderer used that glove.
The thing is, though, at the same time, remember during the what was that? One of the bloody handprints was, we were out of luck, quote unquote, because the person used gloves. Let's see. But I guess what I'm going at is that exactly when did we say that the murderer used gloves?
We didn't, but I don't think we needed to say that. All we had to do was mention there was gloves. He knows there was a murderer. There was a murder in that room. So the second we mentioned gloves, he's like, oh, sure, murderer used gloves. At least that's how it would be if we didn't have any foul play going on himself.
Although, there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
No, really.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
Feel it in my bones.
Now's my chance to prove it. Okay, press everything.
Of course.
That's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said.
Where was this game?
Let's look at that later.
Wait, actually, I want to just read this. Criminal, Joe Dog. Crime, serial murder, sentence, death. Victims, Eva Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jed Bates, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall. Interesting, what?
Yeah, that's Neil Marshall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very relevant. Well, Edward, last guy, I'm this guy, okay. Oh wait, there was a last one.
Oh, there was a 4th page, buddy.
Yeah.
Head
Damon Gant,
investigator,
last
Bruce
guy.
Goodman.
Since he was
Jake Marshall,
still
Angel
a prosecutor at the time. Yep. That does suggest some personal stakes.
That's the locker I used when I was a detective. Locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see.
That was exactly the thing we needed to know.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
You're plenty strange on your own, so.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never changed. He must have been using the fingerprint lock without even knowing it.
Okay, what exactly did that change to,
Okay, let's check it out.
Found a bloody hammer, the print has been wiped, and it doesn't say anything else? Curious. Okay. It's probably just a locker thing, I guess. That's the clarification.
So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. Ain't no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. That one. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner.
I question your logic.
You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Like cereal and stereo. One's got to do with breakfast, and the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly in life, they're totally different.
Interesting example you used them.
I don't see what homonyms have anything to do with this.
So dramatic as ever. Or did you know the murderous goes? I guess maybe that line is suspicious.
How do you know that?
Okay, never mind. It's not.
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gummy's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
Huh, so that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place his head on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
Yeah, that's the only logical conclusion, partner. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's
no
only one
desert.
reality, and that's this.
Dates.
Yes. the security tape.
Dates
So long
this
as my
thing.
trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise.
Dates thing. Is all the things that you can go. And you're actually from Texas.
I live here.
Yeah.
I never bothered to learn the accent.
That's really getting us anyway, Mr. Wright. Let's consider where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
Now then, continue our testimony, Officer Marshall.
It's me that. Okay, this sounds like a lie we could contest.
Let's see. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, ain't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Nice kind.
But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see.
Because for some reason they didn't program the camera to actually stop when it detects certain things.
The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown.
And like those
If someone was
exist,
familiar
right?
with the camera's position,
Doesn't that kind of thing exist?
what?
Cameras that react
Detect
to
movements?
and then focus
Yes.
on the thing. Okay.
Yes. He could leave the room without being caught on tape.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall is present, please do so now.
Evidence. There is.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only avenue, and
Very
I'm sure
well.
there is something there.
Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness. Officer Jake Marshall.
Okay.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we can fast forward and Oh, crud! It's a demon.
Indeed. Okay, hold on. Nothing here. But
Keep
wait. I wish we could
just
zoom in. I wish we could
press
zoom
play.
in.
Press play. Okay. Hi, Meekins. Just keep going. That was a lot of blood.
Very.
Huh.
I mean, the only
hi.
wait. So I'm pretty sure we can assume that that was Meekins. So that's not it. And if obviously it's not Bruce Goodman, so it has to be some.
Why did you guys pass by in front of the badger?
Okay, hold on a second. There's nothing we can contest here, I would assume.
Just keep going.
Yeah. I don't think that he wears that watch. So clearly not, and it doesn't matter anyway. So
the badger's freaking the crowd out. Just saying.
that it is. Okay, let's see. We don't see. Wait, I want us to take in all changes possible. So go back to the beginning. That hasn't changed. Is this the beginning? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's the beginning. Na 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 na.
I wonder why that music is playing. I mean, if that music is playing in universe, like they have this put on every time. It's
Here's
really-
another question.
Yes, it is.
Why the heck didn't Gumshoe freaking what's I was looking for? Remove the batteries on that thing.
That thing is freaking out, but I don't know how that relates. How
It doesn't. I'm just like saying that it's freaking out. Alright, just keep going. Gumshoe, your paint job is horrible.
Okay, I don't see anything over there. Okay, they're getting a scuffle. That pans away. No movement elsewhere. This is the moment where Meekins is down. This
Okay,
is open. This
Continue.
is open. And the badger is...
Pause.
Okay. That wasn't there before, was it?
No, it wasn't.
In that case, that has to be it.
Bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
This series is amazing.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
That's... Okay, that's supposed to be Phoenix.
Yeah. So,
See
just
this locker that... See this locker that has the white cloth sticking out? This is the witness's locker.
Good job, programmers. Or localizers.
Let's rewind the video a bit. Demon!
Demon face must burn in hell, please go.
Oh! The white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Well, I'm missing something that decidedly points to him, but regardless.
What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! Order! It would seem that would be the only...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man.
Who else could open the locker?
So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
Well, I would suggest that you were the one, because it's got fingerprint detecting systems.
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in.
Not possible.
It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
Well, you are.
This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know.
Wow, good job.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call you a bluff.
Bad move, partner.
You say I opened that locker, now prove it.
Okay, which one? What else is it?
Left. Evidence locker.
Yeah, okay.
Evidence locker.
I forgot what specifically related.
A fingerprint sensor?
We
We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives that they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this?
Is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint lock. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less?
I'll get right back to him.
I only got one word for you, partner. No!
There you go.
Order! Order! Witness, explain yourself!
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see. If this is a joke, it's the worst one I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no jerk.
This is no jerk.
Officer. Yes, Emmy, we know I'm a jerk.
You don't need to say so every single sentence.
I love you too. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Olay! Please answer the question.
This courtroom is
Now
full
a
of
bullfighter?
ghosts.
Oh, that's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest from here.
We can?
It's... Okay.
Have a look at these floor plans.
One guy is not useful.
There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room.
Oh.
Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
Interesting.
Is that so then? Where was the witness?
Oh wait, he has to be in the disguise press. It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. I don't know why, but he has to be.
Why is he not talking so much anymore? That's right. That's the only possible conclusion.
Well, let's hear it.
Can't wait for the rationalization here.
Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Let's see. Victor. No,
Oh wait, never mind.
Victim.
Yes.
Emmy.
Yeah. Briefly forgot the roles that you had.
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
So... Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there? That's almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory.
Your chamber's empty, partner. Better reload.
Gosh.
Now they're ganging up on me!
Perhaps you should think a little more about where Officer Marshall was.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Emmy.
It couldn't see him because he was in him.
Yes. He's a ghost now. He's Danny Phantom.
Oh. Read
Okay,
line?
I think this is a repeat of it.
Okay. No, it's not.
Okay, that means the only place he would be in, he would have been in, was the victim. Emmy.
No, he was all the way over here.
Let's try this again.
There you go.
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was!
Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman.
I'm still clears out what happened.
I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Gosh
Hey,
dang
he's
it.
talking again.
But that's preposterous.
Preposterous.
Shut up, I timed that badly, I was eating. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. Except we
Objection.
know he is not really... He couldn't observe anything because he doesn't look people. Oh well.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about when the man, about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show us card, sir!
Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
Good
He suddenly pulled a rifle at me!
job.
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he wouldn't have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown.
Well, yeah, in theory anyway, but this is Meekins.
Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Is that jerky? No, wait, that's this part.
Yes. It's jerky.
You sure? Kind of looks like part of his
It's
skull.
It's not his bandana.
Yeah, I can see now.
Let's see. You've got quite an imagination there, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Oh, look at you using terminology.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. If you're gonna, let's see. Sorry, misread that. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
How original.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence? Any evidence proving beyond a shadow of doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as a victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Shut up, Eddie.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics?
Why is being
what
helpful?
Mia used to tell me.
Nick. Wait, why is she using... Okay, interesting. Try thinking outside of the box. Since when did she use that nickname?
Let's see.
Turnabout.
Let's see. Yeah, you're right. But then again, you have to remember that's I guess the. I'm going to go ahead and guess that in the Japanese version they had a nickname for let's see, Mia and the others had Maya and the others had a nickname for Nick. And I guess when Case 5 came around because Case 5 was written after Phoenix Wright's 3.
What?
They forgot that Mia didn't use that same nickname for him.
Wait, this is after Phoenix Wright 3? What?
No, this the setting is after Case 4 of Phoenix Wright, but it was written after Phoenix.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, this was part of the GBA game.
Either way, the only point in time, I'm pretty sure that could have been the case, unless we're saying that Maya just channeled her one day and dressed up in their clothes. That was peculiar. The only other time that could have happened was between Case 1 and 2. Sorry, go on.
No. The thing is though that's that Phoenix is recalling this as a memory, not as something Maya has said new, or something Mia that has said new, or something new Mia has said. This is something that he recalls.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
Let's see. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, but rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There is no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might just be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he originally didn't plan to open his locker.
Or rather, he had a reason?
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. After that, the crime was committed. He opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that the white cloth is sticking out a locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. And that's failed
Could it be the-
magnificently.
Could it be the what was that the detective the disguise that's in there?
I wonder if you had time to put it in there in that time frame. And also
Considering
not
how considering how inept that camera is, I'm pretty sure he can take his time. Just saying.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all of our unanswered questions.
Again.
I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
Okay, let's see.
Bum. Just keep going. Bum. Bum.
And what was that paper again? Okay, that's just paper. But it...
No, that's the
oh wait, no,
rubber
that's
glove.
yeah, that's a glove. Right.
Oh, hi, Meekins.
Don't look like one. So that was there to keep that open.
Fight. Stop. Go back.
I would assume it's
That's
something
a lot
that.
of blood.
Yeah, there
That's
it
a lot of
is.
blood, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now let's go back and think about what about the thoughts of the Phoenix's chain of thought. Why would that be important?
Why would it be important that there's a lot of blood?
Yeah, or rather, why would
He'll be injured. Somehow.
Okay, but there's also another issue.
The thing that we're looking for, according to Felix, was
Why would he have the reason? Why would he or why did he need to put the
open the
white cloth in
locker. Yeah. Probably there's a lot of blood in there.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, so he tried to wipe it away. That makes sense. So this.
Or hide the evidence.
Yes.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room. I don't know what that reason was yet. However, something unexpected happened. Yes, Officer Meekins barged in on you and showed off his kung fu skills. When he asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
How though, I wonder.
A bloody white coat.
Oh, you
Couldn't
stabbed
just
him in the
walk
hand.
out like that.
You stabbed him in the hand. That's what.
Yep. So you hid the coat in your blocker. Not bad, partner.
Here's admitting it. Gonna throw him in jail. Okay.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all.
That gets you shot down in Texas.
I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Overjoyed, Marshal.
2 years ago. If only you were half as persistent than you are now.
Then as you are now.
Let's see, yeah, could not read that properly for some reason, because I'm trying to mix in the accent.
Good job.
Let's pretend I said that correctly. Anyway, we all wouldn't have to be here now. Now would we? Officer Marshall, tell us the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come.
Marshall's confession.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die.
If I recall, wasn't that the very last day before the statute of
SL9.
limitation? Yeah?
For SL9's evidence to get thrown out, basically.
Oh yeah, right. Statute of limitation had already run out. Okay.
No, not really statute of limitation, but more like was that the evidence transferals?
Yeah. Okay.
Because a murder happened in there, and I guess they executed the. Wait.
Okay.
I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I plan to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There weren't any murder in the evidence room at 515.
So, the supposed victim was really you?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Large quantities of blood traces were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
And also, that's assault. That's assault on your hands.
I don't know. Let's just say this. He grabbed the knife by accident when he was panicking.
I'm still pretty sure that he's
By grabbing it, I meant
responsible.
he grabbed the blade, which is fucking retarded. Just say.
Good job.
Let's see. It looked like too much blood for that. Phoenix, this is anime. You have to remember, every human being has 5,000 gallons of blood.
Indeed.
When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transfer that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the detective who was in charge of it can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation.
Let me just review that again.
He has a personal stake in it.
He does, but... Oh yeah, Bruce Gibbon was the... Wait, no.
He was... Bruce is the head investigator. He's one of the investigators.
Yeah. Okay, that's... Just look kind of weird, the formatting. Oh.
Why does he care so much about it?
I know why. You must read the evidence, Phoenix.
That day was my last chance. That's why I... Why did you disguise yourself as... Why did you disguise yourself as a Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
Right. Makes sense. So you did it to fool the security camera.
The detective's ID card?
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that was really why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. Also, apparently he hasn't memorized his ID number, which is why he couldn't complete it.
I guess.
I returned his ID. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
Okay. Interesting decision there.
The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint activate lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourselves, you can't change your fingerprints. Normally, that locker shouldn't have opened.
So it opened because of a rubber glove that was stuck in the door by chance?
Hmm,
Then Detective Goodman must have
yeah,
opened the locker
indeed.
before Officer Marshall.
Interesting.
You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins is very special.
Indeed.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
Why did Edgy get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him up slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out this way.
You added an up there, which makes the tone of that statement a bit more concerning.
Shush. Was me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one?
When?
Uh,
When?
I don't know what to say.
Again.
So, what happened next?
So, you did your research beforehand? Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. And I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. It all had gone as planned. No footage would have been left.
However, for some reason I read as bodied.
Bodied. Well, to be fair, I guess in fighting terminology, Marshall did totally body Meekins.
I guess. You blooded your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
So, what you're saying is on that day,
There's some evidence around 5:15.
But the blood found at the scene clearly indicates that some crime took place. What, are you blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. And I ain't dead yet, partner.
So you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Which we know seems feasible because Goodman was there previously.
what? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. There you go. Now I can see his model again.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty? Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Well, you're correct. The fifth exists.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution, Edgy. Just
Shush,
saying.
Wright. Quiet. It's a perfectly respectable disciplinary action.
I feel sorry for Gumshoe already.
Hell.
Like I said, This ain't your case. This one is mine.
Legally, no, it's not, and it never was.
And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
And Yakamfa says, you know why? Interesting.
But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for those crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't tend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that's still bothering me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay, so you know something happened, but you don't know what happened. What
Why is he
happened?
so concerned with this incident?
You know I.
Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is?
Yes, indeed.
I had a feeling he would wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. Except me. I better take another look at the files.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's just go present the thing here.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
All the way at the end.
Oh
There
wait,
we go.
no
thank you
way.
so much.
You know I. Okay.
There.
Alright. But we're gonna have to do this next time. We should meet again, and not again perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.
Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all later.